Muy buenas, chavales. Bienvenidos al capítulo 18 de Final Fantasy XVI. Comenzamos. Vale. Astillero de Aldir. Vale, recordad. Estamos haciendo la misión Lazos de Sangre. Para poder unir el destino del hálito del dragón, Clive y Jill deben hacerse a la mar y llegar al reino de hierro. Por suerte, Brian Rosfield, el tío de Clive, podrá proporcionaros un barco si consiguen unirse con él en Puerto Iscoda. Ve a Puerto Ilsoda, perdón. Vale, vamos, gente. Hay mucho muerto, ¿eh? Me han matado a todos, se han cargado a todos, loco.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Deal, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning.
Pues no vale que sí. No podemos ir.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
They tell us there's a curfew, but they refuse us passage.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed. We come.
Vale, vale.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
A ver, ¿dónde está? Estamos lejos. Ah, no, mira, estamos a aquel lado. Bueno, y vamos con Torgal, creo. Sí, vamos con Torgal y con Jill. Vale, vamos, gente. No, de nada, pasamos. Hebra de seda.
Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance.
No podemos entrar,
Till
¿no?
my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us.
Vale.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Vale. Obelisco activado. Vale, vale, bien. Estamos cerca, gente.
Have mercy. Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here.
Oh, enough
Fuck off. I'm the trimmest bastards. Those crystals belong to us all. I said, away with you, filth. Back to your stall. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Vale.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Vale. La llama de la esperanza.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since
Encuentro una entrada al
Maybe
distrito
they
Lázaro.
found who they were looking for.
¿Cómo sale la misión, chicos? La crueldad de la emperatriz Anabela se propaga por él, que antaño fue el hogar de Clive y Jill. Sin embargo, un valioso grupo de guerreros conocido como los Guardianes de la Llama lucha por ponerle freno. Encuentra la entrada al distrito Lázaro. Allá hay algo en el agua. Ah, no, quita, nada.
We're not alone.
Distrito Lázaro. Adéntrate en el distrito Lázaro.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can
No
lose
estaba
its
yo tan
luster.
seguro de Clive. Maderas de seda. Vale, no podemos ir por aquí. Vale.
Not abandoned then.
¿Y ese quién es?
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Madre mía.
Not.
Pues nada, vamos a cargarnos los campesinos. Vale. Lucrativo. Gilápero. Creo que sea, no sé, bueno, no sé.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
¿Por qué no saltas así, Clive, dijo?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Bueno, por fin una cara conocida, macho.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? It doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our weight.
Derrota a los
Then let's hope
bandidos.
Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Vale, está mandando solo, tío.
In the flame.
You are
¿Me vendes
welcome
algo?
to what little we have managed to salvage.
No te puedo vender nada, ¿no? No, no hay nada. Brazaletes doma demonios. 48, 3, 2.
As you wish, my lord.
Vale. Y... Meteorito. ¿Y a ti qué te podía vender? Estos. Sí.
May it serve
Voilà.
the cause well.
Ya está. Vamos. A ver, wait.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
Sir Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Misión aceptada. Sí, vamos a prioridad, vamos a hacer la prioridad. Acompañantes. Sin embargo, no pondrán. Ah. Tenemos que ir andando entonces, ¿no? No podemos usar los caballos. A ver, me faltaba Torgal entonces, ¿no? Ah, no, está la... Ah, no, vale. Vale, ahora somos 4. Wade. Vale, me gusta.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked
Pues
down the
vamos.
bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say,
Joder,
that
azul,
got
mono.
their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Look at me sideways. Come along now. Bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Pues vamos ahora por ellos, gente. Hay que matar al mago, tío.
What is it now? I told you.
We bear a message for the Viceroy. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us
Hay 2 magos, tú.
that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Venga, ahí tú, motivados.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Vamos a hacerlo de ese, ¿no? Juntarlos en uno.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far
Son muy malos, tío.
Fight their battles for them.
Que un dragón. Mierda, cobra esto, ya no me acordaba.
More dragons.
No, en serio, más dragones,
The
tío.
Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Madre mía.
Get him! Over here! Get him! Sick him! Get him! This one. That's better. Throw to him! Get him!
Vale.
A
Uy,
noble stand, albeit
¿qué dices?
guided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need
Qué
of
guapo, ¿no?
cleansing.
¿Pero cómo es? Ah. Ah, quedó bolas. Buah.
This one. Throw to him.
Vamos.
So wait.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finished yet. Nice try.
Ah, qué guapo, tío.
This one. Throw to him.
Ya está. Madre mía, qué cosas, ¿no? Vale. Vale. Vale.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot, her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Vale.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Vale. Puerto y Solda. Mansión Roswell.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. He means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Hombre, el tío.
Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
Tenemos que matar al tío, no, hombre, no. Ah, pues sí. Ah, pues no.
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
still the finest matter in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me place a crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something's changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
On your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. Now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Why then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Bueno, gente. Ubicación actual. ¿Cómo vamos de vídeo? Bueno, 38. Guarida. Vamos a la guarida. Vale. Sangre, hierro y fe.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Cartas para leer. No son disponibles. Aquí hay algo nuevo, tío.
That monster's taken quite a like.
Is it business or pleasure? Fine purse weighing you down?
No. No. Vale,
Is that
no.
all?
Aquí no hay nada. Y en el martillo podemos fabricar algo.
Clive. Sorry, will it be?
No, no podemos. No podemos mejorar nada, ¿no? Hoja de Gaia mejorada. Hoja de Gaia. Claro, no tengo la hoja de Gaia. Vale, vale, pues nada. Vamos a hacer la misión.
England wouldn't be half as bad without those bloody guys.
Esta de las cartas. también las aquí. Sí, novedades en el dominio. Vale. La llave sí lo ordeno. Vale, güey. Qué majo es el pavo este, güey, tío. Una misión secundaria. Vale. Vámonos esta vez para abajo.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
Prohibido. Si te lo digo a ti. Mangurriel. Ah. Sabía. Mira, aquí muchas aventuras.
Could this place be any more confusing? I'm lost half
Creo que es para aquí. ¿Por dónde chatas es, loco? No me vale que por aquí no es. Podemos ir a la... Vale, vamos a desplazarlo otra vez. Aquí eso.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charm. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Vale.
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drustanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship. meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island. And with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity. The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drek's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosario, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same.
Vale, gente.
Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Vale, vamos con Jill. 47 minutos, ¿no? Vamos a con Jill a hablar. Y nos vamos.
We'll be over soon.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath. Wait.
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud.
Vale. Hálito del dragón. Reino de hierro. El cristal madre que salta el majestuoso sobre el monte Durustanus es el objeto oculto de toda la ortodoxia cristalina. Venga, vamos a desplazarnos y guardamos allí. Mar ferviente creo que ponía.
Useful trick. Freezing and throwing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
she is. The Iron Kingdom's mother crystal.
Drake's breath.
Como un módulo en átomo.
Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
Right. Let's go.
Vale. Una promesa descartada. Pues lo dejamos aquí, gente.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once.
Como
we were
mola,
in the
tío.
Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was
Ha
my
cambiado la
home.
música, ¿no?
I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
Vale,
Perfect little shortcut.
pues lo dejamos por aquí, chavales. Gracias por ver el vídeo. Un saludo. Hasta la próxima. Adiós.